All right, guys, type some sevens in the chat if y'all are excited to be on Tuesday Night Thrive. And if you guys are excited for this topic, I mean, action versus attraction. You know, you guys have probably heard it a lot, right? You got to work, you got to work, you got to work. And then some people are like, oh, no, it's all about manifesting, right? It's all about attraction. And so a lot of people, I think, get confused on, attraction versus action. And, that's why I wanted to come on here and talk about this topic, because it's very powerful. And I think if you can learn the meaning behind both of these and combine them, you can become an unstoppable individual, right? See, so many people, I think, mix this up. And this is the first thing I want to talk about. It's not one or the other. And I hear, people get asked this question in interviews, and nobody ever knows how to answer it, right? They're like, oh, well, if you could choose action or attraction, which one would you pick? And they're always like, I don't know. Right. And it takes them, 3-4 minutes to even answer the question. Why is that? Well, it's because the two go hand in hand. Right. I've said this before on a call, but I want you guys to write it down. See, motion creates emotion. Motion creates emotion. And so I'm going to go over a few things with you guys on how the law of action works and how the law of attraction works and how they kind of go together. So you understand how to be literally an unstoppable individual using both of these laws to your advantage. And so I want to start with the law of attraction, because I think the law of action kind of goes into the law of attraction, because it's all based off of, how you feel. And so I want you guys to just realize that everything in this world, and you guys, if you listen to Bob Proctor, I want you to type some ones in the chat if you've listened to Bob Proctor before. Okay. Type some ones in the chat. I want to know who has listened to Bob Proctor before. If you have not listened to Bob Proctor, I need you to binge watch Bob Proctor's videos over the next couple weeks. Okay. Literally go to his YouTube channel, go to his Instagram and watch everything. Look at everything, because this man is, a genius when it comes to the laws of this world. It is absolutely insane. And it's crazy. And so I want you guys to understand that these laws have been studied for so many different years. And one of my favorite things that Bob says is I think a lot of people, and I'm a person of faith, so I believe in God. I am a Christian, but I also believe that God created these laws, right? See, God created the universe, but he also created us. And that's why I believe that we both have higher faculties that connect us. And so it's no coincidence that some of these things happen in our lives, and it's because of the law of attraction. And so basically what the law of attraction says is that your thoughts become things. Everything you think about becomes your reality. It even says it in the Bible, ask, believe, receive, right? And so you guys have to realize that everything starts with your thoughts, and what you're thinking about all day long is what you're going to attract into your life. And this is something very powerful that changed my life. And, I've always kind of heard of it, but I was like, I don't really understand it. Well, I'm going to break it down for you. And Bob, if you go watch his videos, you're going to understand it to a whole deeper level, but I'm going to kind of just give you the spark notes on it. Okay. Basically, everything in this world vibrates on a frequency, right? How do you guys, talk on the phone? It's because one phone to the next phone is on the same frequency, right? As human beings, we're vibrating on a frequency. See, we look solid. This table that my laptop is on right now, it looks solid. But if you actually look through it through a microscope, you'll see a bunch of different particles moving, right? And so basically everything in this world vibrates on a frequency. Everything that you want and don't want. And so here's what happens. You attract what you're on the same frequency as. So if you're vibrating on a, say, frequency right here, and your goals are up here, right? The money you want, the car you want to drive, the impact you want to have, the people you want to help, the relationships that you want to have, it's all up here on a frequency up here. Okay. And so what's going to happen is you're never going to be able to attract this because you're vibrating on a frequency down here. See, your thoughts and your mentality are down here. So how are you ever going to attract results that are up here, right? And so the only way, Bob talks about this, the only way to attract the things that you want into your life is to get on the same frequency as those things. And so, like I said, I know this is probably confusing for a brand new person, but I just want you to understand that this stuff is real and it works, right? I applied it to my life, back in 2019, September of 2019. And I saw my business and my income literally quadruple in a matter of 30 to 60 days after learning this and applying it to my life. And so it was one of the most life-changing things, but I had to realize the deeper meaning of everything that he was trying to tell me. See, it was like, okay, if I have to vibrate on a different frequency, then how do I do that? Well, your frequency is determined by the thoughts that you have, your environment, the things that you say, the things that you touch, the things that you're hearing. I mean, think of all the senses that we have. Your senses are going to determine the frequency that you're on. So if you're eating bad food, if you're hearing negative things, if you're speaking negative things, if you're spending time around negative people, all of these things determine the frequency that you're on. And so what ends up happening is if you keep spending time with negative people and you keep saying negative things and you keep, eating negative things and hearing negative things, what starts to happen is your frequency gets lower. And so Bob Proctor talks about just like you can go whoosh up onto a higher frequency, you can go whoosh right down to a lower frequency. And it happens to so many people in their life. They don't even realize that they did it. All of a sudden they're like, why are all these things happening to me? Right? They're like, why did this happen? Why did that happen? Why is this happening to me? Look at the people you're hanging around. Look at the thoughts that you're having. Look at the things that you're saying to yourself. Look at what you're eating. Look at what you're doing. Guys, it's not rocket science. It is simple to get on a high frequency. Just most people aren't willing to do what it takes to get on a higher frequency consistently. See, it's not a one-day thing. It's not like, oh, I'm in a great mood today. I'm saying positive things to myself. I'm spending time around the right people. I'm hearing positive affirmations. I'm listening to, good personal development. I'm eating healthy. I'm working out. I'm doing all the right things. And I feel great today. But then what happens the next day, right? Maybe you don't eat so good. Maybe you don't go work out. Maybe you are saying negative things to yourself. Self-doubt starts to creep in. And it just spirals down. And then the next day you have a bad day. Understand, bad days happen for everybody. But I listened to an audio by Patrick Bet-David. He's a very successful entrepreneur. And he said dominators, right? Dominators in this world. You're talking about people like The Rock, Kevin Hart, professional athletes like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, people that just dominated their field, right? Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, these guys that are just icons. You know what they all have in common? And Pastor Bet-David said this on his Dominator call. He said, dominators don't let themselves have multiple bad days in a row. They stack the good days. They have a good day, and then they go to stack another good day, and then they try to stack another good day. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna try to have a good month this month. No, or I'm gonna have a great year. No, dominators focus on what they need to do every single day. And then once they have a good day and their vibration is up, their energy is up, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing every single day, what happens is then they focus on the next day, and they focus on stacking another good day. And because dominators, the reason why they're dominators is because they've stacked good days for months, for years, for decades. And that's why they're so dominant in their field. And so you have to focus on being on a high frequency, but doing it every single day. See, if you're on a good frequency, then a bad, good, then a bad, good, then a bad, you're not consistent. You're never going to get anywhere. It's about stacking. How many good days? You should literally track it. Track it in a notebook. Track it somewhere. How many good days you can stack in a row. See if you can stack 3 good days in a row before you have a bad one, right? And then when you have a bad day, okay, I'm going to go for 7 this time. Stack 7 good days in a row. And then, you have another bad day. No worries. All right, let's go for 10 this time. Then you go for 20 days. Then you go for 30 days. Imagine what would happen to your life if you're able to stack 30 good days in a row. And we're not even talking about disciplines right now. We're not even talking about actions. We're just talking about how you feel. Can you stay in a positive state of mind? Can you stay on a positive high frequency? Can you be around the right people saying the right things to yourself so that you can be up here day after day after day? If you can do that, I promise you, you just keep trying to stack more and more good days. That's how you're going to become a dominator. That's how you're going to become an expert at whatever you're doing. You stack the good days. So I want to make a challenge to all of you guys. Count how many good days you can have in a row. How many good days? How many days can you go without getting into a negative state of mind? And this is going to be hard. Some of you aren't even going to be able to go one day. And what I mean by negative state of mind, you complain about something, day's over. And I don't mean the day's over as like the day, let's just give up today. No, but I'm saying that doesn't count as a good day then. If you catch yourself saying something negative about someone or about a situation, if you're putting yourself in a negative vibration, then that's not, you can't count that as a good day emotionally. I want you to literally go for staying in a positive state of mind the entire day. And if you catch yourself starting to think something negative, it's all good. We're all going to have negative thoughts, right? They did a study on this. See, the average human being has 50 to 100 thoughts a day. 50,000 to 100,000 thoughts a day. Okay, think about that. That's crazy. 50,000 thoughts. What's even crazier is they said the average human, 80% of them are negative. And so you're going to get negative thoughts, but it's your job to push them away. It's your job to control them. And so that's what I want you to focus on over the next week, 2 weeks, 2 months. How many days can you stack where you don't let yourself slip into a negative state of mind? Because if you can this week, say you're able to stack 2 days in a row and then you have a bad day, it is what it is. It happens. Like I said, then go for 5, then go for 10, then go for 20, go for 40. I mean, imagine, like I said, what would happen to your life if you were able to stay in a positive state of mind, no complaining, no negativity, no negative vibration, no negative frequency for 60 days of your life? Imagine what would happen. Imagine the results that you would attract to yourself. And here's why this happens, okay? Bob Proctor talks about this. See, your thoughts are in your brain, okay? And within your brain, you have your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. And basically, your conscious mind, I want you guys, try to be writing down whatever you can so you remember this stuff, because this is important. It's important to understand the science behind this stuff and how your body operates. See, you have a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. Your conscious mind are thoughts that you have just on a daily basis. These are the 50,000 to 100,000 thoughts that pop into your brain, right? So you have 50,000 to 100,000 thoughts coming into your conscious mind every single day. And you are the one that controls whether they stay in there or they go back out. You push them out. And so here's what happens. Your conscious thoughts, the ones that repeatedly hit your conscious mind that you let stay in there, are going to seep down into your subconscious mind. Now, your subconscious mind, I want you to understand what your subconscious mind is. Your subconscious mind is your beliefs, your morals, your values. These are things that were engraved in your brain from when you were 1 year old all the way to maybe 12, 13, 14 years old, right? These shaped who you are. Whoever raised you, where you grew up, the school you went to, the teachers you had, the activities that you did, these all formed, as a young kid, how you think and how you act today. So in your subconscious mind are all these beliefs and morals. The only way to change what is in your subconscious mind is two ways. Bob Proctor talks about this. Number one is an emotional impact. Something tragic or crazy happens in your life where your subconscious mind gets smacked and it completely rattles how you see the world and how you see yourself and what your beliefs and morals are, right? So something crazy would be like 9/11, right? People that were there for 9/11, that was a tragic event where a lot of paradigms were shifted. People had an emotional impact in their life, and their beliefs and their morals and their values, some of them were changed from that event, right? Some people, it's losing a job or a family member dying or something crazy, right? That emotional impact is going to change your life. It's going to change how you view everything. But the second way to change what's in your subconscious mind is repetition. It's the only other way. So emotional impact or repetition. So some people sit here and they can wait for an emotional impact to change how they think, but the easiest way to do it is just repetition. So right now, the reason why you have the results that you have right now is because your beliefs, your subconscious mind, you believe that you deserve to be where you're at. If you're a platinum 150 on this call, platinum 600, platinum 1000, the reason why you're at the rank that you're at is because that's where your belief matches with. The reason you're not at the next rank is because you haven't shifted your subconscious mind. Because if you actually believed that you were a P2000, if you actually believed that you were a P5000, the people, the places, the things would all come right into your life in order for you to achieve that goal, right? And here's why. So the first part of the law of attraction is your thoughts. So your conscious mind is your thoughts. The repeated thoughts go into your subconscious mind and form your beliefs. Why do you think we always say, I am so happy and grateful now that I'm a Chairman 10? Because you repeat that a million times. Guess what's going to change? Your subconscious mind. And now you're going to actually believe it, and you're going to go do what? You're going to feel like you're a Chairman 10. So your thoughts, your conscious thoughts turn into your subconscious beliefs. Your subconscious beliefs turns into how you feel. I want you to write this down. Thoughts determine your emotions, how you feel. Okay? How you feel, think about this, how you feel is always going to determine your actions. I want you to type 3s in the chat if you guys have ever felt angry and then done something out of anger. All of you should be typing in the chat. I know you guys are lying. Okay, now we got some more 3s. Right? So you had an angry thought come into your mind. That angry thought turned into emotions of anger. That angry emotion turned into an action out of anger. And what did that action out of anger create? A negative result in your life. And it works the other way around. How many, I want you guys to type 5s in the chat, have felt loved or happy and have then done an action out of love or happiness? Type 5s in the chat. If you have had the emotion of love and happiness within you, and it's made you do an action out of love and happiness. Everybody. And what did that action out of love and happiness create? It created a positive result, right? A positive response from somebody, a positive relationship, maybe a positive income in your business. How crazy is that? So realize that the law of attraction is a very powerful thing, guys, because your thoughts are going to determine your emotions. Your emotions are going to determine your actions. And your actions are always going to determine your results. So write it down. Thoughts, emotions, actions, results. And you can even break it down even further. Your conscious thoughts, the repeated thoughts that you think, are going to go into your subconscious mind and form your beliefs. So if you say, I'm an idiot, I'm an idiot, I'm an idiot, over and over, guess what your belief's going to be? Guess what your emotions are going to be? Guess what your actions are going to be? Stupid, 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 stupid. And guess what results you're going to get? Stupid. Stop saying bad things about yourself, even if it's joking. The universe doesn't know that you're joking. Your brain doesn't know that you're joking. Stop talking about yourself in a negative way. Okay? And if you hear somebody say something negative about you, it's all good. Just say something positive to yourself to negate it. Because you know your reality. You're the only one that can form your reality with what I'm telling you right now. So your conscious thoughts, your repeated conscious thoughts are going to turn into your beliefs. Your beliefs are going to determine your emotions. Your emotions are going to determine your actions, and your actions are going to determine your results. So if you want to win in this business, what would it be good to probably start thinking about? Probably be good to start thinking about your goals. Thinking about what you want, what type of money you want to make, what kind of house you want to live in, what type of impact you want to create. You know, how many six-figure earners do you want to have on your team? How many people do you want to help walk away from their job? Where do you want to travel? All over the world. Because guess what? The more clear the picture is in your mind, the stronger the emotion is, right? If I just say, oh, I want to make more money. Okay, I'm going to make more money. I'm going to make more money. My emotion's like, okay, I'm going to make more money, but what does that mean? I could make $1 more. So my actions are $1 more. So my results are $1 more. The more specific you are with your thoughts, the stronger the emotion is. If I say, I want this, 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 and this, I want my house to look like this, it has a pool, hot tub, has a indoor basketball court, you know, the kitchen's got the granite countertops. I'm going to help, 100 different people hit six figures. I'm going to help, 1,000 people walk away from their jobs, live financially free. I'm going to speak on stage all over the world. Now these are just my goals. Okay. They don't have to be your goals, but I'm just telling you, I have a clear mental picture in my mind of what I want. And so I repeat what I want over and over and over in my thoughts, in my conscious mind. So guess what's happening? Every single day, these conscious thoughts are coming into my brain. They're smacking my subconscious. And eventually the belief becomes, I am that. I'm in the $1 Million Hall of Fame. I am one of the greatest network marketers of all time. I have helped 1,000 people become financially free. And when that belief gets rooted, guess how strong the emotion is? Because that picture is so clear, the emotion is even stronger. And because the emotion is stronger, the actions are stronger. And because the actions are stronger, the results are stronger. That is how the law of attraction works. Type some fire emojis in the chat if that makes sense. And how you can see that the law of attraction can immediately change your life if you start changing what you're thinking about. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. When I learned about this stuff, it changed my life. And what's even crazier is I started looking, because I am a man of faith, I started looking in the Bible even. And it talks about law of attraction in the Bible. It doesn't say law of attraction, but there are numerous Bible verses where it speaks about how your thoughts are powerful and how ask, believe, receive is a real thing. You start speaking your goals. You start believing in your goals, and you'll start receiving your goals. It's absolutely insane how it works, guys. And so I need you guys to trust in the law of attraction and trust that this can change your life. but you have to get a clear mental picture of what you want and control your thoughts. Control your thoughts, guys. Stack the good days. I need you guys to control your thoughts and think positively. Don't let a complaint or a negative word or a negative thought come out of your being as long as you possibly can. Hold it out. I mean, just hold it. You don't need to say it. Some people are like, oh, I don't want to keep it inside of me. Guess what? You thinking about it, you're thinking about keeping it inside of you, which is what's killing you. Switch the thought. Guess what? Stop thinking about it. Whatever's bothering you, it's not even there. Positivity. Replace a negative thought with a positive thought. Replace the problem with a solution. Replace what you don't want with what you want. Just continually flip the switch, guys. And eventually you'll have a whole good day where you're like, wow, I didn't say anything negative today. I didn't think like any negative thought. I pushed it out right away. I stayed around the right people. I said the right things. I listened to the right things. I feel great. You're going to go to bed and go, even if you didn't sign anybody up or grow your business or anything, you're going to go to bed and go, wow, I feel great. And you wake up the next morning, you try to do it again. You stack a good day on top of a good day. And this is where you start to become unstoppable, unbreakable. Because if you can keep doing it, like I said, the thoughts become stronger, the emotions become stronger, the actions become stronger, and the results become stronger. Now, like I said, this is about action and attraction. So I just explained the law of attraction and how it works. Action was one of those aspects of this. Okay. Now there's a lot of people that debate. They're like, well, if you just take action as much as you can, then eventually you'll get the result that you want, right? Eventually things will just happen for you. And I'm here to tell you that that is not the case, because there was 4 years in this business where I was beating my head against a wall. I mean, I literally felt, guys, like if there was a wall here, I'd show you. But I mean, it literally felt like this was the wall. I was just doing this. I mean, every freaking day going, when is my business going to take off? I'm doing the presentations. I'm messaging people. I'm prospecting people. I'm growing myself. I'm showing up to the events. I'm doing everything. Anybody feel that way? I want you to type some nines in the chat. If anybody feels that way, like they're just banging their head against the wall right now, trying to make this thing happen. Like, when is my time going to come? Right? We got a lot of people typing that in the chat. See, that happens for everybody. And what you have to realize is that there's a disconnect. There's a disconnect between your beliefs and your actions. And that disconnect is what's holding you back from the next level. See, I can show people all day long. I can show people all day long and still not get to my goal. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, there's people showing up at my house right now. But guys, realize that you can do the work over and over and over and still not get the result. And it's because the emotion isn't attached to the action. But here's what I also want to tell you, and it's what I led off with. See, motion creates emotion. So some of you are like, yeah, nothing's happening in my business, and I need to just manifest the results. And some of you are doing all the personal development. You're doing your affirmations in the morning. Say, I'm strong, I'm happy, I'm rich. My business is taking off, blah, blah, blah. You're doing it all. And you go through the entire day and you do all these things, but you don't actually do any presentations. You don't actually message anybody. You don't go to the gym and prospect anyone. You just stay in your bubble and you just do personal development and you think you're growing, but you're not. It's the two together. See, action without attraction is just dead work. And attraction without action is dead faith. Write that down. Action without attraction is dead work. And attraction without action is dead faith. And so you guys have to realize the two go hand in hand. If you start putting in the work, it's going to be 10 times easier for you to get on a higher vibration. See, some of you are like, how do I feel better? How do I do better? How do I get myself to that next level? Well, realize that by you putting in the work, doing the disciplines every single day, it's going to be a lot easier for you to believe in yourself. I want you guys to think about this question right now. If you don't show anybody the presentation all day, are you going to believe at a high level that you're going to go hit chairman? Yes or no in the chat. If you don't show anybody the presentation, are you going to believe? Are you going to have self-belief that you're going to go hit chairman? No, obviously not. So some of you are sitting here like, how do I believe in myself to go hit chairman? I promise you, if you start showing the presentation 10 times a day, you're going to be like, what do you mean am I going to hit chairman? Of course I'm going to hit chairman. I'm showing the presentation 10 times a day. 500 people, that's nothing. I'm going to show 3,650 people at this rate this year. 10 a day. 500 is cake. The belief goes up when you start working. And so, yes, it is important to control the negative thoughts that are coming into your mind. But it's also important to control the actions that you're doing. And no, you're not going to want to do them, but you got to do them anyway. And so I want to play a quick 3.5-minute video for you guys by Grant Cardone, and he's talking about this. He talks about the law of action. He doesn't actually say the law of action, but he's talking about putting in the work. And it's probably the biggest slap in the face that any of you could hear. So if you're doing anything right now, literally sit down and listen to this, because this might be a game changer for you. This 3.5-minute video could completely change how you think about taking action in this business. I'm telling you right now. I just told you the law of attraction. Now I want you to hear a video about action, and you'll see how the two align. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. I'm going to share my sound, and I want you to take notes on this video. This is one of the most powerful videos on action that I've listened to.
Every business, I have 5 companies now. We'll do 100 million this year. I started every one of those companies with no money. Zero money, man. Just hustle and grit and courage. I've called on people I didn't want to be with. I've done things I didn't want to do, okay? It is not about doing what you love. It's about doing whatever it takes to make your dreams a reality, to be closed and stay closed. If you're not closed on your product, if you're not buying your own product, why would you expect anybody else to? Man, $400 is a lot of money. Your prospect says to you, $400, do it. Listen to me, man. You're 32 years old. You've been trying to save money for 20 years and you hadn't. Do it and do it now. I don't need anything special here. I'm not going to be empathetic. Quit being stupid. Write the check. I don't know if the compliance guy likes that or not, but I know this. Look, if you believe in what you're selling, how many of you believe in what you're selling? Then close the deal. Then close the deal, okay? Learn to close and you'll never be without work. You'll never be without money. You'll have an organization that is booming in affluence. You'll have a pipeline full. You'll have appointments filled up, right? A group called me yesterday. I'm actually trying to do a deal with CNBC, and the guy says, I'm interested. I said, good, I'll be there tomorrow. Call me back. I'm flying into New York tomorrow. What am I trying to do right now? By the way, I was supposed to be here today. I'll fly into New York tomorrow. I could be there tomorrow, Mr. Ackerman. Okay, how does that work? I can't do tomorrow. I was going to be here anyway, man. I'm trying to close the deal. Let me close the deal. I'll figure out how to be in 2 places at one time later. right? Some of you in the room, they're like, hey, I can see you at 4 o'clock on Tuesday, right? And the customer says to you, I'll see you at 4 o'clock on Tuesday too. Let me look at my calendar. Like you're so busy. Dude, that is so old. That is so old. And it's dishonest. It's dishonest, man. You want to see me Tuesday, 4 o'clock? I give you Tuesday at 4 o'clock. Agree to it. Done. Done. I'll call you if something changes. If there's an earthquake between now and next Tuesday morning, there's a massive earthquake and I can't be there. You think everybody will understand? Commit first, figure the rest out later. Close the deal right now. Fill your calendar up. Your calendar's got the devil all over it. White space on a calendar and you will meet the devil. You don't need to die, okay? You go 2 or 3 days without anything going on, how many of you start having doubts? You're in hell. Oh my God, this isn't gonna work for me. There's nobody coming in. I'm not gonna hit my target. Okay, I know what I'll do. I'll lower my target. Dude, that's the devil doing that, man. That's a criminal. Never ever, if you're taking notes, never lower a target. Never lower a target. Never lower a target. Your mom and dad would tell you to lower a target. A manager might tell you to lower a target. Be reasonable. Be reasonable with yourself. Just bring it down a little bit. No, man. Criminal products are created like that. A guy sees the girl that he wants. That's the girl. She says no. He goes to another girl. Right? Gave up on his dream. If you're going to give up on your own dream, how are you going to build an organization?
Sheesh, type in the chat if y'all got some value out of that. Absolutely insane, guys. One of my favorite things he said, white space on your calendar and you'll meet the devil. You don't have to die. That is the devil. You guys start filling your calendar. Watch what happens to your belief. Obviously, you have self-doubt. You're not doing any action, right? And so that's where this comes into play. You guys have to realize that the law of attraction is very important. Your thoughts create your beliefs. Your beliefs determine your emotions. Your emotions are going to determine your actions. Your actions are going to determine your results. But guess what? You can control your thoughts all day long. And if you don't actually do the work, you don't actually do the actions that it takes to win, you don't actually fill your calendar, then guess what? You're not going to hit your goal. And so if you guys are worried about, not feeling how you should feel or not doing what you need to do, just get up and do it. You're going to have to do things that you don't want to do. So many people are so focused on, I want to live a life that I love. I want to just do everything that I love and love everything about my life. Well, guess what? That's not how you become successful in this world. If you want to win, you're going to have to do stuff that you don't like. Over the last 7 years to get to where I'm at, I've had to do a lot of things that I didn't want to do. You think I wanted to sacrifice time with my son? You think I wanted to do meetings at 1 o'clock in the morning and almost fall asleep on the way home? You think I wanted to spend my last dollar to go to events all over the country? No, but I did it anyway. Why? Because I was willing to pay the price of what it takes to win. And so all I ask is that if you guys truly want to win in this business, then you got to learn not only how to control your thoughts and stack the good days. Don't think anything negative. Don't say anything negative for as many days in a row as you possibly can. That is how the dominators become dominators. They stack the good days. But also, if you're feeling lazy, if you're feeling like you can't do it, if you're having self-doubt, that means your calendar is empty. You need to go fill that thing. Because as soon as your calendar starts to get filled, that's where you're going to start believing in yourself more. The self-doubt is going to go away. Because like I said, if you're doing 10 presentations a day, if you're doing the work, you're doing the calls, guess what? You're going to start believing that you can hit chairman. If you're not showing anybody, if you show one person a week, how the heck are you going to believe that you're going to go hit chairman 10? It's just never going to happen. And so I appreciate you guys hopping on this call. I want you to go apply this thing to your life. Go apply the law of attraction. Go apply the law of action. And if you guys ever need anything, feel free to reach out because I'm here to help all of you get to the freaking top. I love you guys. Have a good night. Let's pack out the overview. Peace.